So, what is Five Nights at Freddy's AR? It was pretty much a Five Nights at Freddy's mobile game where you just like collected animatronics, and it was a pretty neat game overall, and it had a lot of weird, goofy looking skins. So when I heard Funko was making plushes for it, I was like, well, they were already making like crappy ass black lights. Be the perfect opportunity to re-release old characters and this time make a proper green Freddy. Instead, Funko gave us this. Yeah, I'm going to base this on all the characters that we got released for this wave. And we're going to start off with Freddy Fazbear. Now, obviously, I don't own all of these, but Freddy has some of the worst plushes from FNAF AR. And in consistency is important. So let's start off with first FNAF AR plushie. And that was Freddy Frostbear. This is one of the only good FNAF AR plushies that they ever made. He's pretty much just a blue Freddy, which is what Freddy Frostbear is, and the plushie greatly captures that. Now, they could have added like drips to his ears, but I think that this guy honestly is a good idea. He's just wave 1 Freddy, but blue, and he has a couple extra details. Because that's all this version of Freddy is. Sadly, the ears on mine are like off-centered, but besides that, I think that Frostbear and Freddy is a great plush. And they just had to go fuck it up with the next character, which was Shamrock Freddy. So Shamrock Freddy in the game is just Freddy but green. Funko already made them crappy black lights that they did twice. So grabbing this guy and covering him in mold and making him green should have been easy. And then they gave us this abomination, which is a recolor of not Wave 1 Freddy, rather Rockstar Freddy. Now recoloring Rockstar Freddy kind of makes sense. This Freddy's greedy, he wants your money, he keeps screaming for Vive coins, but he's clearly a recolor of this guy. Why did you make this one green? It's so weird, the fact that they did that and gave him the weird, like, swollen eyes that only really works on the Rockstar base. And Funko was stubborn because they really just kept doing this for our poor boy Freddy. I don't own Shamrock Freddy because, believe it or not, the bootleg one from Xmart Global, or not even from Xmart Global, the bootleg Shamrock Freddy looks better than the real one, which is insane how that happened. And no, Freddy gets even worse because they made their own original character before, like, the Wizards, updated, better Funtime Freddy, or any other fucking Freddy. They gave us this, a Funko original character. I see this plush being really expensive in the future because who the fuck is going to make Candy Freddy ever again? Candy Freddy doesn't make any sense. His existence doesn't make any sense. I don't know why he exists. He's such a worthless character, especially in a game where there's already a bunch of other skins. And Candy Freddy doesn't even make sense, but I guess if you wanted Candy FNAF characters in plush form, there is Candy Freddy. He looks terrible, by the way. His eyes are even more swollen than they're supposed to be. Like, what happened? He is super swollen, his face looks weird, he doesn't even have freckles on him. It's a bad Freddy. He has like a lot of neat, nice detail, but they just covered him in printing, but I think it works. We could have got like melted chocolate Bonnie or something, but they were like, nope, Candy Freddy. This plushie is just very weird, and we'll get to why he's bad in a minute. And then after that, the final Freddy that I think they made, which, no, they didn't re-release Golden Freddy for this wave. No, we didn't get like a better one, but we got Firework Freddy. I saw some pretty cool customs for how Firework Freddy would work, and this is what Funko gave us. This is one of the weirdest Freddy plushies of all time. Now, I'm very nitpicky. I'm nitpicking very bad. I think that the colors look a lot better on this one than on that one, but why did they make this? Like, he looks like he's super, he looks, the fluffy fur looks good, but the printing on the body just looks like his shirt is too tight on him. It looks like it's choking him. The firework and glass, like I said, the firework, the American hat, all that stuff is cool, but like, why did they have to change Freddy's pattern? He's supposed to be FNAF 1 Freddy. This guy looks like a completely different character, which is weird because you already reused the Freddy base for Frostbear, and you didn't do that for this guy. It would have been so easy to just grab this one, give him the hat, sunglasses, and all that stuff, and boom, like, you know, there's fan-made ones that do the job better. This one's just such a weird plush because the style stands out. He stands out very well compared to the other Freddys, and I understand why a lot of people don't want him. Like, comparing him to all the other Freddys, the fact that Candy Freddy looks normal, but this guy doesn't, is just surprising to me. Now, there's also a VR Toy Freddy plushie, which I think that one's fine. I don't own those, sadly, but I think that one's actually I think that one's good. My only problem is that he doesn't have a nose. But comparing him to Funko's original Toy Freddy, which, I mean, they could have done more with him. Like, this is just like, you know, this plush looks better now. But back then, I feel like the colors on this Freddy and that one should have been reversed. Really moved past Freddy. Next up is Bonnie, which, honestly, Bonnie has some of the worst FNAF AR plushies. But we're going to start off with the only good one. Chocolate Bonnie. Chocolate Bonnie is the best plush out there. Now, I wish they would have just reused Wave 1 Bonnie. Mine looks deformed and really weird, and these eyes are gray. But I wish they could have just used Wave 1 Bonnie instead of using Spring Bonnie. But Spring Bonnie is sort of like a recolor of Bonnie sometimes. I mean, nowadays he's not, so like it's no longer as canon, but he's similar enough to the point where the only difference between these two are the swirly eyes. But besides that, I think Chocolate Bonnie really gets the job done. Sadly, though, we didn't get like Easter Bonnie or Melted Chocolate Bonnie. He was a part of the Spring Color Wave. By the way, I'm now just bringing this up, but the two Freddys are Walmart exclusives, and that was a Funko exclusive. And this guy is also a exclusive to Walmart. I don't know what it is with Funko giving all their plushies to Walmart. It makes them a pain in the ass to get, which is why I gave up on them. And the other Bonnie is System Error Toy Bonnie, which they didn't even attempt. Like, they could have made a new base for Toy Bonnie. They made a new base for Freddy. They made a hybrid base for that fucker, but they didn't make a new Toy Bonnie base. They could have just reused the old one, honestly. Or taken the fan concepts. Funko said no and gave us this abomination. The second one is Blackheart Bonnie, which honestly, Blackheart Bonnie is just meh. Like, I don't think it's nowhere as good as Chocolate Bonnie, but I don't know. There's something off about Blackheart Bonnie. He uses that weird fabric that Withered Foxy and the Arcade Mayhem characters have. But it's kind of crazy how, like, customs look so much better than the real ones. Finally, moving on from Bonnie, he only has 3 for some reason. I don't know why Funko has been persistent on giving their plushies these weird, like, swirly eyes. But moving on from Bonnie, we have Chica. Now, Chica only has 2 plushies. Or technically, she has 3, but we don't talk about that other one. Now, the only one that I own is the Abomination, known as Liberty Chica. I actually think that Liberty Chica is not a bad plush. Now, I wish she could have had, like, actual eyes, like the actual eyes like the Freddy and the other ones. But she has flat eyes, which I guess kind of works. It's inconsistent between these 3, but I think she's honestly not bad. Her cupcake is flat, but this is the only Funko plushie that comes with a cupcake. And she even comes with this too. So it's nice how she has all the extra detail, especially for Liberty Chica. She even has beans in her. I actually think Liberty Chica is a decent plush. It represents the character well. It's definitely one of Funko's, like, more better Chicas. I still think Balloon Chica is Funko's better Chica one. And sadly, that's it for positives, because I think that the high score Toy Chica is worse. Now, Toy Chica already had a pretty good design. They could have just grabbed this and made it blue. Instead, they reused this Chica, which was they decided to reuse Liberty Chica instead of Toy Chica, so it looks like System Error Chica and not system error toy Chica. And she doesn't even have like the physical cheeks on the plush. It's like printed. It's like a big downgrade to this one. She doesn't even have the chicken toes or anything, so it's like it's a downgrade. It's not terrible, but like you really could have just reused Chica, sadly, but they just didn't. The only character who has a good one is Foxy. Lamwire Foxy, I think, or I don't remember what it is. Toxic, radioactive Foxy. I don't remember what the name is, but Foxy isn't bad. He's actually the only one out of the main wave that's actually accurate to how he's supposed to look. And that was it for the Funko Fnaf AR line. Damn, that was negative. Like, that was one of, I think this might be my most negative FNAF review of all time. And the truth is, I was really excited for FNAF AR. And I think that the plushes themselves honestly kind of pissed me off more than other ones. Like, at least with the twisted ones, they tried, but with these, they really is like, how did you mess up recolors when you were already giving us recolors?